Welcome to Dune Vulpine Podcast. We cover everything from kickoffs to critics to body slams. An episode every Monday and Thursday. On today's episode, I'll be doing start, bench, sell, ranking of current players based on form this season. I have strikers, right wingers, goalkeepers, and center backs. So let's start with the right wing. I have Lamine Yamal, Bukayo Saka, and Mohamed Salah. For me, Lamine Yamal stars. I think he's the best right winger in football right now. Forget potential. He's performing at an elite level already, even at his age. Yes, he started to pick up small injuries and knocks, which is expected because he's developing, and Barcelona rely on him too much. And they must manage his minutes or risk long-term problems. But on form right now, he's a starter. The way he dribbles, the way he got the ball like top pins, I think there is a player there to be the best player in the world for the next 10, 13 years, just like Cristiano did and what Messi did. Because I don't want to compare him to those players, because before that and since then, there haven't been players close to that. We have Neymar, we have Hazard, but they only did like 3-4 years top. So Lamine Yamal have the potential to do that, but he just need to be managed well on off the pitch. But on form right now, he's a starter. Bukayo Saka bench. Speaking of injuries, Saka hasn't looked like the same player he was before, but he's still carrying Arsenal attack in my opinion, even with Gyökeres there. Even when he's not scoring as much or the dribbling threat is still there and he terrifies left backs, his set pieces are crucial and he's still like a vital player for Arsenal. And for Mohamed Salah, for me, sell. Because if you ask me last year or any other year, he's a definite starter. He's been one of the best players in the world over the last decade. But this season, something's off. Maybe it's age, which is weird to say because considering how well he was performing just a few months ago. He basically won the league last season for Liverpool. But right now, his goals, assists, first touch, dribbling, he just isn't the same player he was. That's why Mohamed Salah sell, which is crazy to say, but sell. For strikers, I have Erling Haaland, Kane, and Mbappé. Erling Haaland start. He's scoring goals for fun. In the Premier League and Champions League, he just scored twice for Norway against Italy, helped them qualify for the World Cup. I think without him, I don't think Norway qualify for the World Cup. If he stays in the Premier League, I believe he will break all-time goal scoring record. He's a machine. He's the type of player who will score you, even if he doesn't score you like the next game. You can rely on him to score you twice or a hat trick. He will like leave the pitch with something. He's a machine. He's goal scorer. He's not the player you watch him for dribbling or licking up play. Even though, in my opinion, he's been better at like licking up play because I think City changed the way they play and Guardiola tactics and stuff like that. So linking up play, he's been doing that. But who cares about that? He's a striker. He needs to be the one scoring goals, and he's doing that. If he got injured, City will probably be 4th, 5th. City are in title race because of him. He's the main reason City are in the title race. And they bought him for the treble. They did that. He was a crucial part of them doing that. The way he was scoring goals for fun in the league. And they won the league over Arsenal. Without him, Arsenal won the league. So for me, Erling Haaland started. Based on form this season as well. Like he's just every season the same player. And he's only going to be better with age and experience. So Erling Haaland start. Harry Kane bench. He's still underrated. People say he only score because it's the Bundesliga, but he was doing it in Tottenham. Just like Haaland, for me, this player, if he didn't leave, he would have broken the Premier League record. It's not only goals either. He drops deep, creates and assists. He's not fast or dribbler, but he's an elite finisher. On form, he's level with Haaland, but I kind of picked Haaland to start based on potential. I know this is not the video, like I'm saying the video is based on form, but they are both on form right now, so Haaland only is edging it over Kane. Kylian Mbappé sell. I prefer PSG in Mbappé. Yes, he's scoring goals for Madrid and France, but he's a different player right now. he transitions for more into a striker than a winger, and that's why he's in this bracket of forwards. I'm selling him because I think he needs more time playing that role, so we can judge him as a pure striker in the next few years. He can be that player. He can be that striker like Haaland or Kane. But when I look at Mbappé, I just look at someone who's a winger. But right now he's playing a striker for France and Madrid. He's kind of doing what Cristiano did. But the problem, Cristiano did that when he was like much older than Mbappé is. Mbappé is still young. I think he can still be playing on the wing. But Madrid, they have Vinicius there, and in France, they just have too much talent to play on the wing, and they don't have like much of strikers. So maybe that's why he's a striker right now. He's not a winger. So Kylian Mbappé sell. Center backs, I have Gabriel, Saliba, and Van Dijk. Based on form, Gabriel starts. He's the best center back right now. He dominates both boxes defensively and scoring goals. And that's why Saliba sell, because he's better than Saliba, Saliba is good, but you can replace him. I also think Saliba plays better with Gabriel, while Gabriel can perform without him. Which leaves us with Van Dijk bench. Even though he's been off this season, like he's still a better defender than Saliba. He has so many issues around him, no Alisson behind him, a fullback dropped from Bournemouth level, Konate thinking about Madrid, a midfield that's not covering him. Yes, he still has to do everything himself, and yes, he's been working too much, but he is a leader. He's the captain, and I'm saying this as a United fan, so no bias here. So Gabriel start because I think he's the best centre back in the world, like I said. Defensively, scoring goals, headers, like he's so dangerous. Like he's scoring some more goals than a lot of Premier League's attackers. So Saliba, like I said, maybe experienced, maybe he's still young, and he will be better than Gabriel. But like I said, you put somebody else like that with Gabriel, with Saliba will struggle. You put somebody else with Gabriel will still be the same player. And Van Dijk bench based on even the form is not bad, but he's still better player than Saliba. Even on form, like I don't think Saliba is the best right now this season. So Van Dijk bench, Saliba sell. Goalkeepers, I have Donnarumma, Courtois, and Alisson. Alisson start. He's the best goalkeeper in the world and has been for the last 5 years. He has saved Liverpool countless times, allowing them to go and win games. He's injured right now, I know that. And that's why the reason I put him there, because the reason Liverpool are conceding so much and losing so many games is down to him. Down to him not being there and being injured. He's simply the best goalkeeper right now. Donnarumma bench, one of the best signings this season. I've said that on my last video. He brought presence, confidence, stability to Man City. He won everything with PSG last season. He was the major reason they won the Champions League, and he's been great he's been great on form lately, and he will only get better. Thibaut Courtois sell. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, he would have been a starter. He's still a great goalkeeper, which is why he's even in this bracket instead of Raya or Mignon. But the other two are just better right now, so that's why Thibaut Courtois sell. And for my last bench start sell, it's kind of different because I have 4 midfielders right now, which I'm gonna name. I'm gonna pick 3 midfielders that I'm gonna pick for if I'm playing a team of 11, I'm gonna pick 3 out of 4. I have Vitinha, Declan Rice, Moises Caicedo, and Pedri. All of them are just good in their position. Pedri is the closest thing to Iniesta, and Andres was my favorite midfielder ever. Pedri keeps Barcelona ticking, the dribbling, passing, Ball progression, non-stop running, goals, assists. He does everything for the team. Vitinha, for me, he's the best six, whatever you want to call his role. He's just beautiful to watch. The way he picks the ball from the defense, carries it through the midfield, and progress like to the attack. He's just an art to watch. Like he's an artist in the midfield. His passing is magical, and even his shooting. You just need to fix his penalty techniques because those are just not it. When you watch him take penalties, like he's a different player than watching him in playing football. And then Declan Rice. Declan Rice is a 6 and an 8. He's like between him and Caicedo, he's more complete and more consistent. Caicedo disappears in some matches while Rice rarely does. Nothing against Caicedo, I like him, and I liked him in Brighton, and even before that, before going to Brighton, he was linked with United, and he went to Brighton, did good, and then Chelsea picked him up, and he wasn't like for a year. For the first year he struggled, and I think last season and this season, it's a different Caicedo. He's a very good player, but I have to choose 3 midfielders between these 4. Caicedo is not a bad player. He really isn't. But Pedri and Vitinha are just enjoyable to watch, and Declan Rice does more than Caicedo. I know Caicedo is like, he's a simple player, like, which is not like a roast or an insult because he's simple. Like he does a lot of things. The tackling, the passing through channels. He scored goals also. He covered well for the defense, in my opinion, but he just got missing a lot of games. He's not consistent enough for me to put him with this 4. That's why for me, Pedri, Vitinha, and Rice are the starters for me. While Caicedo is sell or bench, whatever you want to say, because this is a bonus for the midfield. I just did a bonus, like an idea, whatever you want to call it. Like I have 4 midfielders, I wanted to start 3 and sell 1. So that's why Pedri, Vitinha, and Declan Rice are in midfield. And it's not bad if you want to change between Declan Rice and Caicedo. Caicedo have every right to be a starter in this team. He's one of the best 6 right now in the world. If you want to say Vitinha is a 6, Declan Rice, I don't think Declan Rice is 6 right now. We play for Arsenal, he's an 8. Caicedo is a 6. He's top 3, top 2, Caicedo. But if you want to pick a team based on form also, and if you want to watch beautiful football, you're gonna put Pedri in like that 10 role, Declan Rice in the 8, like left 8, and Vitinha in the 6. That's why Caicedo is not in this team. But if you are doing like Caicedo, Vitinha, and let's say Gravenberg, Caicedo will start or bench, and you're probably gonna sell Gravenberg based on form this season. But based on this midfield, those 4 midfielders, I have to sell Caicedo. So yeah, this has been Start, Bench, and Sell. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Comment. And take care.